Oh, sorry. Turn this round, let you see what I'm seeing. Too much stuff with me today. There's what I'm seeing. It's welcome to there. Whiteley. And we're heading for Blackwood Hill, which you can see it. Blackwood Hill viewpoint. Just there. Great, great. This is a really popular place, it's incredible. What a bright, bright sunny morning it is. I hope you can hear me okay. If you can hear me okay, oh thank you for that like. Fantastic, straight away. First viewer and a like. Doesn't get much better than that, does it? I hope you're well this morning. Stop for a second and let you have a look around without me shaking you to bits. This is Whiteley Wind Farm. Hi David. Yeah, it's about 7 miles. It's a very quick drive up to here. I was up here yesterday doing some live streaming also. But the weather was vastly different. It was a little bit windy, a little bit rainy, and 4 degrees. And this morning it's not much warmer, it's about 3 to 4 degrees. Or it was in the drive up. It's maybe come up a degree or so up here. It's not very windy and it's, as you can see, nice and sunny. What a day. Yeah, you saw the shot, thank you. Yeah, that was showing you the view from the top of Blackwood Hill. Well, my aim today is to go back. I'm on my way there just now and perhaps fly the drone up quietly. I was hoping there'd be no activity in the generators today, but I'm surprised they are moving, not very fast. And some are switched off. Right over there, there's not a lot of movement, is there? Yeah. Anybody looking in who likes occasional ad hoc live streams from anywhere, such as this. A lot of my live streams are from mountainsides or up hills. But now and again, you may get one from the deck of a cruise ship, for example, or from a train. I like doing live streams. You just never know who's going to look in. I don't have a gimbal attached to this phone, so I'm afraid it's a bit bumpier than you might like. What I'm going to do though is going to say hello to people. This will chase people away. Hello. Thanks for looking in. Look at what a bright sunny day it is. Isn't that great? Is the sound okay for you? I can make it louder or quieter. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going up to that same viewpoint I was at yesterday live streaming, and this time I've got with me a stool to help me actually reach up over it. It's just a bit of an awkward height if you want to try and view it. If you want to view the the toposcope. That's what yesterday's thing was about. I'll turn this back again. I'm just going to put the strap of the phone around my wrist as well in case the phone falls out of this holder. Do not want to risk breaking my iPhone. And that should do it. Turn this round again. Now that I've chased most people away. I've still got one like, that's something. Thank you for the like. Right, here we go. Oh, hey cutie pie yourself. Thanks for looking in. Thanks for mentioning anything in the chat. That's great. There's a lot of people today. I'm very aware of people's privacy and not wanting to invade it. Good morning. Don't think those people minded anyway. Ah, and Taran Pandita, thank you. So Miss Kay and Taran Pandita, welcome as well. Yeah, I'm in Scotland, Central Belt Scotland, and walking through the biggest inshore terrestrial wind farm in Britain at present. It does more than 200 of these wind-powered electricity generators. Most of us call them windmills, they're not. And it's one of these subjects that I mentioned yesterday on a live stream. It's like religion and politics. Possibly best not to mention what people think about them. Come on, what people think about them. Some people hate them. I don't hate them. In their place, I think they're okay. I think I'll just stride out. I'm not going to stroll. I'm going to stride out, so it might be a little bit bumpier. I'm going to a viewpoint, and on the viewpoint there's one of these metal circular maps, effectively pointing out everything which you can see from that viewpoint, or theoretically you could see if you had good enough eyes or binoculars. So we have to go up here, we have to go left, and we have to go right again, and we find our way to the hill. So I thought, since I'm going, I'll just take people with me. And all of these are numbered. Is this one working? No. It's a fairly still day. I think the wind is at between 6 and 8 miles per hour. Up the top there, possibly a little bit higher. So it may be worthwhile having some of these on, as it is there. There's a couple of them working. And these are all working. They can power a town with a population of about 1/3 So a fair sized town. Is anybody else chatted in apart from Miss Kay? David, yeah, and Taran Pandita. Oh, another like, yay, yay. On a previous shot that I did 2 or 3 days ago, I was kind of musing over the idea of why it's maybe worthwhile doing live streams. people worry about doing live streams. I worried a lot about doing my first live stream, just in the same way as I worried a lot the first time I actually showed my face on video. It was a lot safer just taking shots and putting them together with a bit of music. But putting yourself on video talking to camera is a bit scary at the start. And then live streaming, you just don't know who you're going to get, but you get mainly really nice people looking in. So yeah, I enjoy doing them. It's a very boggy area, this. It's one of the places where I really don't mind having these wind power generators. Otherwise you've got just that for many, many square miles, with the occasional telephone mast or communications mast. And now we've got 215 or something of these generators. It doesn't bother me here, I'll just say that's just me. Others think it's a blot on the landscape. Well, it'll certainly be a blot in Glencoe or on the Isle of Skye. Yeah, that's a moot point. I'm not sure. I'm assuming that we use it and then any excess is put into the grid and paid for. It's the same with hydroelectric power. It all goes into the grid and balances out somehow, but it gets paid for. Sure, I heard recently it was possible an SNP political broadcast. I think they said something about we make enough energy for ourselves from the various green sources. Hydroelectric is a big thing. Okay, Blackwood Hill. So anybody who didn't see the previous live stream, I'll just let people see. There we are. That's where we're going. And if you want some more information, you can use, if you're looking at this on a laptop, you can use your phone to capture that afterwards. And I think what's going on today is there's a large coach on a minibus. The minibus from St Ninian's School. So the place is going to be full of school kids running around doing exercises of some kind for geography or something. There you are, mountain bike trails as well. So you're not supposed to walk up there. So we'll go this way. Ah, upstate New York. Yeah, it's a tricky one. I'm sure there's a lot of factors involved in it that are beyond me, but to do with things like, well, who's paying for it to be generated, you know, who built the infrastructure, who paid for it. You can see people being annoyed. So it'd be quite annoying if all of the electricity from here was sent elsewhere or sold elsewhere. So I think the company here is Scottish Power. Is it Scottish Power? I can't remember quite the name for it. But the interesting thing is over there somewhere there's a shed. I can't quite see it from here. We'll probably see it from the top anyway. But there's a shed where all of these things are monitored and controlled from. All the wind power generators in Scotland, and I think they have some in England as well. So all the ones, Scotland, England, and some in Northern Ireland as far as I remember, all controlled and monitored from one shed, one hut over there somewhere. So they know exactly what's going on all over the country as regarding the wind speeds and temperature and so on. And they can switch on or off any one of those at will. So it's one of these 24/7, 365 days in a year manned buildings. I guess a lot of it's computer controlled, automated, but there'll be somebody there overseeing that as well. Wow, that's very, very bright. Warmer than higher. Warmer than I thought it was going to be. Now up there, that's the visitor centre. Zoom in on it a bit. Just up there, you can get a very decent lunch. And if I'm back fast enough, and if there aren't too many school kids around, I might just go in there and take advantage of their breakfast deal. There's some kind of deal on. My wife told me before I left, she said, you can go up there and have a roll and sausage or something in the coffee. So I might just do that. Unless it's full of kids, in which case I'll go back down the road in the car, go to a Greggs. Yeah, the powers that be rule us if we let them. Our big mistake over here, it seems, is when North Sea oil was discovered, everybody else took advantage of it. It should have been taken by the country. I don't care whether it's UK generally or Scotland in particular, but we should have taken over it at the start and made it a national resource, the same way as Norway has done. Norwegians have all got a share from their gas and oil money. every Norwegian citizen owns, I don't know exactly the figure, I think it's several thousand pounds worth of the gas and oil. Right, so where are we? So the Covenanters Monument is that way. We may see that from the top, I'm sure we will today. Ardachrig, 10 miles, I've been up there from the other side, cycled up to it. And it's that one, Blackwood Hill Viewpoint, 1 mile. So that's us, 1 mile. 1 mile. Oh. And I hope we don't have too many people around. I can quietly fly the drone up above this viewpoint. Yesterday I had the place almost to myself. Today, so many people around. I'm flying a drone, I really don't want people around. I've never met anybody who's antagonistic to me flying my drone yet, but you know, most people are pleasantly interested and I'll chat to them about it. But you never know who you might meet. Beautiful. Morning. There's one of those veins, looks like it had been patched up. I suppose maybe there's a case for patching them up rather than replacing them if they have a bit of damage. Yeah, the Covenanters are a great topic to research. And I'm not finding an awful lot written about them. You know, a local bookshop, I've scanned the shelves a number of times, you won't find a single book about the Covenanters. They may get a mention in something else about Scottish history, but that's about all. I think they deserve a lot more. So here we go again, and the good thing about this place is there are lots of waymarkers with suggested routes you can take. So the Lochgoin circuit goes up there, carries on there. Blackwood Hill Viewpoint, still a mile. I said to my wife yesterday, it's always a mile. Back to the visitor centre, 3/4 of a mile. The mountain bike trails and the Spine Road you can take as well. So there's no shortage of signposting. The other good thing is you can get a map usually. There are normally maps just as you start walking down. I think I've got one in my pocket just now. You can take a free map. You can see all of the generators on the map and they're all numbered. So if you find yourself walking or cycling here, you think, I'm lost. As long as you've got the map with you and a generator nearby, you can walk up to it, look at the number, and you know exactly where you are. There's something like 70 miles or so of trail to walk along here. If you did get lost and you didn't have those guidelines, you could possibly walk quite a distance in circles and not find your way back very quickly. I wouldn't like to be stuck up here in bad weather when it was getting dark either. There's a jogging event held up here as well, once a year. I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think it's, is it the Night Run, something like that. My son has done it a couple of times. It's usually in the kind of autumn winter time, and it gets dark fairly quickly. Come on. It gets dark fairly quickly. And they have, I don't know, maybe 100 or so joggers arrive, and they're all lit up. They've head torches and lights on their trainers. Lights on their trainers. And it's quite spectacular watching them all heading off. It's like a illuminated necklace running along the tracks here. I think they're back in about an hour or an hour and a half, something like that. A fair number of spectators at it as well. I'm not tempted. Right, I'll just remember I've got another camera running here. I'll let you see it. Get this one running as well. Pocket Osmo. It's possibly running out of steam by this time. I'll switch it off anyway. There you go. Bye bye to that. It's difficult to know exactly what it's recording when I've got it on this holster thing there. Yeah, right, Common Hunters. Yeah, I can maybe. I thought about it actually. I mentioned that to my wife months ago. I said, "Oh, I can't find anything. Maybe I should just write one." I think she looked at me with a look of astonishment or something. But yeah, it's a thought I've been thinking about. If I started a project like that, I could set my mind to it, rattle out 1,000 words a day, something like that, for a couple of months. There's certainly a lot of material there. Now we're up this way. I think, I'll just check, double check. I think I'm wrong actually. I think I'm down that way and then up. Yeah, yep, it's down that way. Yeah, there's a lot of, I think the interest would be local. Certainly it's a sort of Lanarkshire and Ayrshire is where a lot of the Covenanters were. Although they did sign the National Covenant documents through in Edinburgh. And a lot of them were imprisoned in Edinburgh and executed there for their beliefs. That's okay. Morning. Any more coming? Nope, that's it. Yeah, I hadn't noticed these until yesterday. And you probably know what those are. There's one there and there's one at the other side. For people using this as a bridle way. Yeah, they did actually. And one of them did say thank you as he went past. He assumed that I'd moved aside for him. I just happened to be aside. Yeah, you arrive at this point here at the gate. You get off your horse using this. You go through with your horse, lead it through because it can't go that way due to the cattle grid. And then use the other one to get back onto your horse again. We've got one of those made of stone in East Kilbride village. It's a well-known thing. It's been there for, 200 or 300 years. Near the the parish church, the old parish church. And it's called the louping on steen. Louping on is just jumping onto your horse. Steen, stone. So louping on. There we go again. I hear a helicopter. I see a helicopter. We'll zoom in on that when it approaches a bit closer. Carriage steps. I didn't know about those. So just presumably for other things they used, hansom cabs I called it. Just to get out of your carriage. I thought carriages had steps. Right, where is it? Where's the chopper? Where's the chopper? I can't see it, I can't see it. I could follow my back if I go any further for it. There's another couple of school kids coming, I think. Apart from the night run, I've never seen a place quite so busy. That's many cyclists are there up there. You can just see them by the generator. Let's see if we can zoom in on them before they disappear. Must be about, what, 10 or so of them. And that is Lochgoyne Reservoir. Right, okay. The carriage steps near the residence of the First Minister. So that would be in Charlotte Square, I think. Charlotte Square. And if you're at the First Minister's residence there, facing the residence, going left, so 90 degrees from there, there's a kind of small lane leading through, and I think you can probably see at that point, you can see it was an old Polish church, and it's painted in white and red. It's now a bar restaurant place. I've been in it and had a pint of beer in it with my friend Scott of Scott's Land. yeah, next time you're through, you should have a look in there. Next time you're over. So go to the First Minister's place, go to the left, and you'll see this fabulous bar. It's got an interesting mural on the wall, which is like the Last Supper, but it's got a whole load of well-known Scottish people on it, and I can't remember who the other half are on it, but it's an interesting one. In fact, I did a video of it. You can have a look up. I don't know if it's a short or what. It's a slow motion. I just stood in the bar, did a slow-mo, took in all of the mural, which kind of goes round at mezzanine height. And the people are very nice in it. The Johnnie Walker store. Oh, I don't know where that is. So we're on up again, 800 metres and we're there. This is very good practice. In Edinburgh, yeah, I was just wondering whereabouts. It's at Princes Street for the Johnnie Walker store. There's so many good bits in Edinburgh. If you go to Edinburgh, you always make sure you have plenty of memory, plenty charge, because you'll use up all that memory taking photographs. One of those gorgeous cities. And it's one of these cities where you can easily wear yourself out walking around all day, up and down hills, up and down attractive little seductive steps, through vennels, through closes, exploring. You can really do a fair hike during a day in Edinburgh itself. Fabulous place. I can imagine this morning it's gorgeous. I don't know if you saw Scott's Land this morning. He was doing a video, a live stream, going into work in Glasgow. And Glasgow in the sunshine equally looks fabulous. The architecture is just so good. Let's show people around a bit. Phew. Little van coming down. It's absolutely beautiful. The Royal Mile. Marvellous place. You could do a good walk from the west end of Princes Street, along Princes Street, well, through the gardens preferably, it's the best way, through the gardens to the east end, then go out of the gardens up and do Calton Hill. Then down to the Calton Graveyard, down towards the Holyrood Palace, marvel at the weird and wonderful building that it is for the Parliament. And then start heading up the Royal Mile, and as you say, you could spend a whole day doing that. Some marvellous little vennels. You always have to go through those seductive little passages, and I'm often surprised at what's within. He is indeed, isn't he? He's a great ambassador for the city and to the country generally, actually. Happy housekeeper, how are you doing? You're not busy cooking just now then? You're having some time free? How'd you like this for sunshine, Happy? I'm guessing not as hot as Tanzania or Middle East. But nice and sunny. This just suits me fine. I love it when it's like this. Look at that. It's reasonably calm. Just enough for the wind-powered things to go. I came back from church. Well, that's good. There's no problems with that where you are. Isn't that lovely? It's so nice today that I've got my hat on. Just turn this around for a second. There you are. It's sun hat. It's officially springtime, maybe summer, and I start putting the sun hat on. It's been woolly hat until now, but I don't do too well in bright sunshine, so I love to have my sun hat on. I loved the cooking you were doing the other day. Last week, was it? Yeah, it was about 4 degrees Celsius. Sorry, hold that far away. I've been told by people that they don't want to look up my nose, so I'll try and avoid that happening. Let's turn this round again. Let's turn it round again. Hiya. Enthusiastic. And just up here. Pretty sure we are. No, not my dog. I don't have a dog. I don't mind dogs though, as long as people look after them properly and clean up after them. And dogs are fine. When I was a kid, we had a dog in the family. Yeah, I get on quite well with dogs. There was a few years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago, there was a stray, it seemed like a stray, running around the streets. I was quite concerned for it, so eventually I managed to catch it and put a piece of rope on, asked questions around, and we discovered the owner. He lived just round the corner, an Irish fella. So I knocked the door and discovered that he had had some leg surgery and he couldn't walk anywhere for a while. He was stuck indoors with a plaster cast on his leg, so he couldn't walk the dog. He had it out the back garden and it had managed to escape through a hole in the fence or something. So So I made the offer there and then, I'll take it for a walk for you. And he was quite surprised but delighted to give me the chance. So he had the proper lead. And I took the dog out for an hour or so around the streets and into the town centre. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was quite a task. Actually learning to walk a dog. I don't think I'd ever walked one on a lead before. If you have a dog, you'll know about the issues of trying to make sure it doesn't stand on glass or anything that's going to hurt its paws. Make sure it goes round the same side of the lamppost or the tree that you're going round, and doesn't chase any other dogs or be chased by them. Turn around for a second to let these people go past. Oops. Oh, at least that's okay. Yay. Oh, and you. Yeah, some lovely dogs around. Some kind of poodle, huh? That one. Ah, the views are going to be quite nice today. Looking across there, I can see a snowy peak in the distance. Don't know if you can see it. I'll go look to where up at the top and then I'll zoom in on it and we'll try and work out what it is. Because what I'm doing today is going up to a thing called a toposcope. I'd never known the term before. We saw a sign in the visitor centre, which is over there. You see it right in the middle. There's a kind of model, a replica of a toposcope hung up on the wall. And the name didn't ring bells straight away. A toposcope is one of these things which you find at the top of a lot of hills, a number of hills. They're made of metal, or they're made of ceramic, or they're made of stone, or something resilient to the elements, and they show you on them things around about that you can spot from where you're standing. It's like a map made of brass, for example, circular usually, and marked out with north, south, east, west, and sometimes points in between. I did a video did I do one yesterday? I did a video yesterday up here, but I'm also working on one telling you what a toposcope is. I actually meant to start uploading it at breakfast, but I was in such a rush to come away here, I forgot all about it. So it's ready to upload. I'll do that when I get back home again, so watch out for it. Yeah, those things, Happy, those things are wind powered generators. Do you not have any of those over in, is it Saudi? You are, I forget. But yeah, if you have some decent wind, those turn around quite fast. They're connected up to a massive hundreds of miles of cabling under the moor here. A loch wind farm. Yeah, we have a wind farm and a loch. I dare say they could put a few of those in the loch, just like the ones we have offshore. That's Loch Goyne. It's called Loch Goyne Reservoir. The water's controlled. I can see at the end. I haven't really studied it much before, but at the end there's a kind of drain or control system on it. so they can lower it. And if you come here, I'll zoom in on this for you. If you come here, you can take advantage of a bus. That little bus is powered by, no surprise, it's powered by electricity. And I think the driver's called Stuart, a gentleman who I think is probably retired officially from things, and he does this as a, I'm assuming he does this as a little spare time job. But yeah, you can go by bus, they take you down, not too far through the wind farm. They call this a wind farm, Happy, that's a general term for it. And there are people getting off the bus, and I think that one is number 42. They all have numbers on them. There's a school trip, a couple of school visits in today. I think, how's the signal by the way? Is it good enough to see if I'm zooming in like this? I think the signal's probably good. But yeah, so people all come down, and what the kids are doing just now, I think, is sticking their ears to the bottom of the column and listening for the electricity. Listening for the electricity being generated. So it's good publicity, good PR for the, you know, the company that's producing the electricity and building more of these, getting the kids on their side. If you have a good signal here, probably it's because good phone reception, probably because of things like that, which are not far away. 2 or 3 kilometres over the hill there. Right, let's go on up and see what view there is from the top. I think if you live in an oil-rich country, Happy, they're not too interested in electricity, and they're definitely not interested in electric cars. They want to sell fuel, and fuel at home, I guess, will be dirt cheap. The rest of us will be paying through the nose for it. Those hills over there in the distance, I think, are the Campsie Hills. Not the ones with the white on the top, if you can spot the white. And then down below there will be, I think that will be Glasgow, just down where we can't see it. You see all the cars going across the road, along the road. So that's the road I came up to get here today. If you go to the right, it takes you to East Kilbride, where I live. If you go to the left, you're heading west towards the Firth of Clyde and places like Ayr and Kilmarnock and Troon. So my aim today is to fly the drone up and just have a 360-degree view around. Just thinking of that bus again. Sorry, I'm a bit butterfly minded this morning. Where's the bus? I've lost it. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I was on that bus last year, end of last year, with my 6-year-old granddaughter Coira. She was off school for some reason, I can't remember, had been ill or something, but she was fine. So we came up here to pass some of the day together. We went on that bus and she came off there. There was only 3 of us on the bus that day. And she went down and she pressed her ear to the column. and listen to the noise of electricity being generated. It's surprising there's quite a lot of heat produced. There's the one that's nearest us. There's the access door. And if you have to service these things, you've got to go in there, and there's a ladder that goes all the way up. It's quite a way up to there. And then you get into the nacelle part here to do servicing. And that panel on the top opens up. Quite amazing. Some of these apparently have a kind of lift inside, which makes it a lot easier if you're carrying equipment up. Yeah. I've only ever seen one once where that top piece was opened up and there were people working. It must be quite something getting a view from up there. You need to have a good head for heights. But what they were doing, they had a rope or something, or a pulley. They were lifting things up and down by pulley. Apparently the columns, these things they're well lubricated. Let's zoom in on it a wee bit. They're well lubricated, so they will move quite easily. But like other lubricants, when they warm up, they tend to get a bit runny and they can start to dribble out. And the columns and so on, and the blades, I expect as well, can become a little bit messy with them. And they're all serviced. People go up and they abseil down, would you believe? Abseil down with buckets or whatever and give things a clean on a regular basis. So I'm told. I think they get serviced every 6 months or something like that. As far as cleaning is concerned, I've never seen anybody doing it. You'd think you'd see them hanging about, cleaning them. Never seen that. I'd love to see it. Ah, good. Yeah, iPhone 16 Pro. I think cameras, phones generally are so good these days. A lot of it depends on your signal, doesn't it? And the signal is fabulous today. And ahead of us, can you see that little wall? Yeah. The toposcope has been given its own little enclosure. So that's where we're going. Yep. Yeah, it's looking good. Very good. There's little fishing locks down there as well. There's a road down to it and somewhere to pay your money. Oh, it's an old abandoned cottage. I wonder how old that is. Probably 300 years old, something like that. Yeah, I don't mind open heights myself as long as there's no danger of falling off. As long as I'm clipped onto something or have a railing. The only place, excuse me, the only place I've ever felt a bit, not giddy exactly, but terrified is maybe more accurate, is on the Forth Bridge. You know the Forth Bridge, David? My favourite bridge in the world. Well, when I was doing some lecturer training at a teacher training college, one of the things covered was how to take students out on field trips, visits to places, and how it has to be organised. So the college had organised for us to go on one, just to show all the things that had to be thought about. And it was along the bridge itself, and then under the track there was a hatch or something under the track, down steps and walking along what seemed like a gangplank, you know, a narrow kind of, I think it was wooden, was it wooden? Anyway, a walkway underneath the actual railway track going over the bridge, and you had to hold on to a wire hawser, a wire handrail as you went along, and the wind was whistling through it and the waves were down there below us, I don't know, a couple 100 feet below. That was kind of terrifying. Right, so here we are, and that's it. Right, so let's see if I can get into here. Got my little step because I thought I would need it based on yesterday. Oh, there we are. So that's the plinth on which our toposcope has been seated, and the toposcope itself is that. I'll get some better views of it just by taking photos again. It's drying up a bit. I brought a towel with me today so I could mop it up since it's so wet. But yeah, so around the edge it's got names of places like, let's see if I can show you. Well, what places might you know? Any places? St Enoch Hill? Nope, you wouldn't know that. I don't know that either. Wedder Hill, Corson, Stony Hill. Okay, and Table. Right, let's put the thing down. That one there, you'll find I have done a video. This could be interesting. That's what I'm going to do. I've done a video from Cairn Table, so that's that way. Cairn Table. That's 19 miles. 19 miles must be. 19 miles to Cairn Table. Lowther Hill. I've walked to Lowther Hill as well. Green Lowther. Not done Gavel Hill, but I've done Lowther Hill and Green Lowther. Videos from there too. Oh, there we go. Loudon Hill. Done one from Loudon Hill. Flew the drone up there. Have a look for that one. That's an interesting place I'd never heard of till now. 10 miles to Distinkhorn, or it's Distinkhorn or something. Yeah, never heard of that place. It tells me here you're standing on Blackwood Hill, altitude 309 metres. Ordnance Survey Grid NS 543483, so you can look that up and you'll see it. Just do a Google for Ordnance Survey Grid, that number. Distances are in miles, there you go, distance in miles. Words and pictures by differentia.co.uk. We'd like to thank somebody. We'd like to thank Jonathan Ferranti for something, providing the original panorama drawing from which this toposcope was produced. There you go, cool. Okay, continuing. Where else have I done a walk and probably done a video? Blackmount, West Cairn, nope. Carnethy, nope. Black Hill, nope. East Lomond, I've done a video from East and West Lomond. West Lomond too, look. East Lomond, West Lomond. Haven't done that one, I don't think. King's Seat. My friend Donny was up at, no he wasn't, he was at Earl's Seat. King's Seat I've done as well. Ben Cleuch, I think so. Meikle Bin, yeah, I've done Meikle Bin. Leckett, Holhew, Ben Vollich, oh yeah, definitely been up Ben Vollich. Ben Lady, yeah. Ben Vane, yep. What else have we got? Benvenue. Benacroin, I think so. And Castile. Yep. Ben Lomond, yeah, lots of people have done Ben Lomond, so that's that way. We'll have a look around in a minute. Ballaghaich, been up there. It's just over there, hardly any distance, a couple of kilometres. Black Law, don't think so. Never heard of Irish Law. Any others? Sanda Island. Ah, Sanda. Never been to Sanda. Off the west coast. Black Hill. Been there. Ailsa Craig. Never been on Ailsa Craig. Not many people have, really. Ailsa Craig is where the culling stones are made. It's famous because of that, and because it's got the two kinds of basalt. I think it's basalt that's used for it, or granite. It's got green granite and I think black granite to make culling stones. Any others? Right, okay. That's it, back to start again. Right, well, that's good. Yeah, that was where it was. Deja vu, yeah, you'll know a lot of those. There's a lot of other nice ones here too. That's just Airdrie, inland parts. And islands are somewhere. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Right, let's have a look around. I did a 360 degree yesterday, so I'll do it again today. I'll just do it live as opposed to filming it in slow-mo. There's north. Anybody spot north? It should be up there. Yeah, never mind. Anyway, let's do a 360. Let people see what's what. Right, thanks, Happy. Very kind of you to chat along. Thanks very much for looking in. Have a good day and don't work too hard. I know you're always working hard. Take it easy. So, we're looking over towards, let's see, Glasgow's kind of over there. We're looking down towards East Kilbride. And further over, there'll be Motherwell and Hamilton. And if you were to carry on going that direction, you'd end up getting to Edinburgh in about 35 or 40 miles further on from there. And if you have a look at the wind-powered generators here, or windmills as most people call them, you can see that not many of them are moving. The ones that are moving are not moving much, very slow today. This would be a day for relying on hydroelectric power, or tidal power, or solar. Oh, I mentioned Ailsa Craig, right? From that thing. Ailsa Craig is the place where the culling stones come from. And see, can you see it? I wonder. Yeah, maybe you can see it. You see that lump against the sky? Just in the middle. That is in the Clyde Firth. Just wondering if I called it the Solway a few minutes ago. Anyway, that's the Firth of Clyde over there. And that's Ailsa Craig. Great place for seabirds like gannets. And I think in the distance I'm seeing some mountains in the far distance. I'm wondering if that could be Arran from here. Let's have a look. Is this going to tell us. So it's right, so it's the mountains in the distance over there under the clouds, and let's see what it says here. What should I be looking at? There's nothing about Arran on there. So Ailsa Craig. Yeah, Ailsa Craig is right, because that's there, we're looking that direction. So I'd expect maybe Arran over here. Oh, Isle of Bute. Cock of Arran. Oh, Arran, there you are. So this is Arran here. So Arran should be, turn this up around. Yes, we're not looking at the mountains of Arran actually. Oh, we are, yeah, that's right. That is Arran. Over there. Brilliant. Which will have Goat Fell, the highest bit on it. The mountain called Goat Fell. Fabulous, fabulous. Right, now I got to put my drone on here, fly it up. Don't know what to do with this camera in the meantime, so I can't do everything at the same time. I don't know if I can prop it up so everybody can watch what's going on. Shall we try that? Take the opportunity of not having people around at present. Let's see. Now this hand grip acts a bit like a tripod if you work it right. So I'm going to have to work this out. Tell you what, I'll disconnect. Excuse me, I'm going to shake you about a bit. Yep. Like that. And then move this over here. Like so. Right, it doesn't balance very well. So I'll need to put something on the other side of it to hold it down. Right, okay. It is actually, David, that's, yeah, no animals grazing here. I guess it might be difficult. You think sheep could manage here? I haven't seen any. I don't know if there's an issue with looking after the sheep here or something. Yes, it's an interesting point. You think sheep could safely graze, as they say. Let's see if I can put this in here. If it won't fall over. Well, that's not bad. Not bad. That's okay. I could possibly turn this up a little bit. Maybe not. Not bad. Okay. Right, I can't see what people are saying, so excuse me for a bit. So need that. Leave this a little dry off. Came prepared. Not much wind today. I think it was due to be about 6 to 8. Miles per hour. A wide angle lens on this. Hello, sorry. I'll take this down at your road.
Not a good time for drones.
Yeah, it's perfect. So I saw the weather. I looked at the weather last night and I thought these things won't be billing much, and it's going to be blue sky. It's pretty perfect for it, you know.
How high do they go? Can you get it up?
120 metres is the legal limit for you. Do you mind if I fly it?
Sorry?
Do you mind if I carry on flying it? I really don't get in your way.
It's not one of those ones that shoot you.
Yeah, no missiles on this one. What I wanted to do was try and get this thing here videoed as I go up, you know, so I thought it'd be quite a cool thing to do.
Max altitude reached.
It's a great spot in a morning like this, isn't it?
360.
Oh yeah. It's a useful thing this as well, isn't it? It's good to know what I was amazed that I could see Arran. There's Ailsa Craig, there's Ailsa Craig, so that's Arran just over there. Great. Oh, it's a nice place, isn't it? It's got everything. Yeah. You've seen the standing stones there as well, the Macquarie. Aye, love it.
You can places, but I mean, you can see the Merrick down in Dumfriesshire as well,
Aye, can you?
down there. A few moles.
Lovely day.
Isn't it? Just great.
There's been a bit of ice up here overnight, seeing the way up.
Aye, aye, I saw that. I was here yesterday and it was blooming cold and wet and everything. And I thought I'll come back and get a decent view.
So different yesterday from today.
So I brought the towel today. I thought I was looking at that and wondering if you could do a brass rubbing on it. You know, put a bit of paper on it, a bit of wax, crayon, whatever, and do some brass rubbing like kids would do with coins. So I brought the towel thinking it was going to be soaking, which it was.
Sure, I've seen some of the kids at schools doing that.
Are they? Ah. Need some decent big paper for that, so a metre across.
Okay, we'll wander off.
You wander
Have a good
off. Leave you to it.
Thank you. I
Have a
shall.
good day.
Thank you, you too. Thanks very much for letting me carry on with that. Okay. Great views. Just doing a few still shots. I'll maybe try one for the newspapers. Nice. And I think that will do us. One more. That's the one. That's the one. Right, let's bring her back down.
Landing.
Perfect. Phew. Oh. Well. That was great. Right, thanks everybody for having a look in. I think what I need to do now is try a bit of brass rubbing on this thing. That was fun. I hope you could see a little bit of what was going on. You could hear a bit anyway. Yeah. Right, I'll give this platform a dry off. Give this platform a dry off and try a little bit of brass rubbing just for fun, really. Okay, stick that over here. Maybe not, maybe stick it on the platform, why not? As I'm working, that might work. Might not. Do I need something underneath it to hold it up? What have I got? Something like that. Okay. Morning. What a day. Great day.
Good tractor you've got there.
Hey, yeah, the drone.
Do you come out and just fly it around and take
Well, not often here, I have to say. I thought I was up yesterday and it was terrible yesterday. It was like windy and a bit rainy and all that, and pretty cold. My fingers were falling off. But I was up here and I thought this would be great to fly the drone looking at that map here, and just taking it straight up above it. So I thought, yeah, and there's
So
lot.
do you film it and then
And
put
filmed it.
onto your...
I put it onto my YouTube channel and
Wow.
people can have a look at it.
Right.
It's quite good. It's a bit of fun doing it.
Aye.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, you got a fantastic day.
Oh, it's good. It really is.
It really is.
I'm thinking of taking advantage of the good weather and maybe doing a bit more today as well, going elsewhere. Down at the golf club, Eaglesham, what's it called again?
Right.
London Golf Club. There's a couple of archaeological remains there, you know,
Right.
cup marked rocks and things like this. There's a burial cairn further down near the Joe Carriageway, which I videoed before, so I thought I might go down and look at the cup marked rocks and maybe fly the drone over and get a few shots of that. When the lighting's as good as this, it's a shame to
Listen, yeah.
to miss it,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Take advantage of it every time.
you do, yeah. Is this your regular walk? Do you come up here?
Yeah, well, a few years ago since we came up, and we thought, you know, it's time we went up, and we came up last Friday, and it turned wet.
Aye,
So we thought, can I miss today?
yeah, aye, definitely. Busy today with all these school kids around as well.
I noticed that. But we tend to go to Arran every year, and we always like to come up and... It's a bit hazy today, but it's always nice to see it, like,
Aye,
you know.
aye, I love
No,
it.
it's beautiful, it's amazing.
The centre's good too, I quite like the centre. You tried the centre for food?
No,
It's great, aye. I was up yesterday.
right.
And this one here, so the wind farm one. Visitor centre.
A few years ago, we tried it in there, and then when we came up, funny enough, it was actually quite busy.
Aye.
So we just thought we'll go home. But if it's, we'll see what it's like when we get
Aye,
back, because it's quite a nice wee place.
It was great. They had Indonesian chickpea soup yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Second time I've had it here, it's great.
Nice. Oh well. Okay.
Very tasty.
But no, it's just
It's just so
I'd like
nice.
to try and come up now. I don't know when the best time to come up to actually see it without the haze. I always think winter's probably a better
I
time
think so, you're right.
because it's more crispy, more clear.
Yeah, yeah. Blue sky, winter's day.
Yeah. Aye, oh well.
Yeah, huh. Great fun. So I'm going to try wee brush rubbing on that as well before I go.
Oh, right, okay.
See if it works. I even brought a towel to dry the thing off. Let's put some of the stuff away. Yeah, sorry, a bit busy. That's where you are. Multitasking this morning, so apologies for that. Been flying the drone up, so you'll see later on, possibly today, the views from the drone over all of this area. Time to stop. Thanks very much.